it recording? Yes, it is. All right, here we go. It is starting in the following countdown. Hold on. There it is. All right, it starts in 3, 2, 1.
You know what I tried? What? Feminine hygiene spray. Oh, that's right. How do you like it? I like it. I use it every morning now.
Real help for the busy working woman.
Hey everybody, no Scott Fletcher because I forgot to play it. Here it is.
This is the morning stream. It's a rat turd.
That's right, it's a rat turd. Things are a little screwed up the way I do my soundboard, and I messed up my order again, but it's okay. I'll get used to it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TMS. It is the morning stream for, what is the date? It is Monday, October 21st, 2019. I'm Scott Johnson. That guy over there is the handsome, the lovely, the ever-talented Brian Ibbett.
Oh, stop. Oh, do go on. Do go on.
Do go on. So
go on.
People watching live or on YouTube may notice a big change here. I got rid of the green screen because it was annoying the hell out of me. So it's not here anymore. Instead, these are actual objects in the background.
These are real, live, actual things from the Scott Johnson collection.
That's right. That's a real giant stormtrooper back there, and a lot of little stormtroopers, and all my Star Wars stuff.
Stormtrooper?
Yeah, I got a big one, a little one, a medium one, and a little tiny one. I like all stormtroopers. And scout troopers too, even little scout trooper. See, look at him there, doing his business.
You like stormtroopers like I like Spider-Man. I think
so.
That's the equivalent.
I think so. There's something. Even when I'm annoyed with Star Wars, I'm in love with stormtroopers. Yeah,
on point. Yeah.
It's still on fleek, as the kids don't
Tickets
say.
Those kids don't say that anymore. Kids. Tickets go on sale today, by the way, for the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And there's a new, isn't it tonight the new trailer hits tonight?
The new trailer hits during Monday Night Football. This is one of those trailers that I am going to avoid online. I'm not going to watch it on TV if I can avoid it. I'm not going to watch it online. I do want to see it. I want to see it, but when I see it, I want to see it in the theater.
I'm kind of with you, although I don't think I can resist. I think I'm going to probably have to just watch it.
Yeah,
I just don't know
sure.
how I cannot do it.
I'm like, yeah, you know what? This is the last time, right? This is the last time I'm going to get to see a brand new Star Wars Skywalker series, Skywalker story trailer.
Right.
And I want it to be like I experienced the very first Star Wars trailer, just, in the theater.
Nice. I like it. I'm very excited, actually. We've had enough time between the last one and this one where I feel like my excitement meter's up a little bit. And I'm pretty jazzed to see it. I mean, I'm more excited probably about The Mandalorian than I am any of this, but that's just, whatever. I like long form content. Speaking of which, I gotta at least just make a mention. I know we usually save recommendals till Wednesday, but again, this is just hard for me to even stand myself.
What are you hooked on now?
I watched the premiere of Watchmen last night.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched The Watchmen, but I'm glad to see that you watched The Watchmen.
It's like they made it for me. It's so much more than just it's not a remake of the comic. It's not a reimagining. I don't want to even give anything away. They world build in a way that is so cool to me. I love it. I freaking love it. I cannot wait for this thing to just flesh itself out. I have so many questions. Oh. Did you know Tim Blake Nelson is in this damn thing? Did you know that?
I found out this morning that Tim Blake Nelson is in it. Yeah, I haven't watched last night's show yet, but
just completely
I'm excited for it. I know, and we all know that it's sequel stuff. It takes place after Watchmen. I don't know.
Well, after
if they've said,
actually, it takes place in 2019, so it's like
really? So it's current time in the Watchmen universe.
Correct. Which the original Watchmen took place in the 80s, the comic. I mean, right. And then the original Minutemen thing took place in the 60s, and so. And there's references to all of that, but this is like, hey, we're in the 2019, and things are weird, and it's so compelling, so much like tons of questions. All right, I got all kinds of questions because they don't answer. Obviously, a lot of stuff they just lay it out in the first episode, and you're just like, you have to just take it, and you're just like, oh, okay, whatever that is, I got to find out more. But it's that kind of thing. I just want to know more. I'm just so excited. Oh my gosh, dude. I can't
Cool.
barely stand sitting here and not watching it, but I have to wait every week now, and so it sucks.
Nice.
Here's how much I think Alan Moore would hate it. Okay, this is the one. This isn't a spoiler. The show finishes, right? We get to the credits, and I fully expect them to say, based on characters created by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons. Okay, I expected that. Instead, what I got was based on characters created by Dave Gibbons. There's no mention of Alan Moore in any of the credits. None.
Wow. So I remember we were talking, I think, was it during Film Sack that we talked about how Alan Moore feels like this new thing is an insult to him?
Or no, he didn't say that, but somebody had said they felt like it was rude, and it was the right kind of rude.
Okay.
Meaning it was like
not including him in the credits feels like maybe the wrong kind of rude.
Yeah, that
go along with the right kind of rude.
That little bit of rude I wasn't aware of, but the actual show, I see what they mean now, because what it's doing is it is gleefully diving into the content without they're not being careful. They're not trying to tiptoe around what they think he wants. They're just
I like that.
Yeah, I do like that a lot, actually. That's what's making this great to me, is that they're moving in places that Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons never went. It's just sort of that world, and there's all sorts of cool references to everything that makes the Watchmen as historic a comic as it is, but it's so much more than that. And the Trent Reznor soundtrack, unbelievably cool.
Oh, see, that's another thing I had no idea. I didn't know Reznor was involved with this as well. Very cool.
Yeah, and Sidian very sardonically in the chat room says, well, if there's anything that's true, Damon Lindelof is known for answering those questions. Look, you can poke a dead horse about his lost years all you want, but until you've seen Leftovers, which was his last series, that was amazing, and they stuck that landing perfectly. So I have full confidence in him as a showrunner moving forward.
And I'm still a fan of Lost. I'm still I have no problem with the way they ended. A show's got to end. The ending was maybe not as strong as other endings we've seen. Leftovers is the perfect example. Breaking Bad, I think, is a great example.
Yeah.
But in a case like that, you just have to appreciate the journey there as well. And Lost for me was such a great character development journey. Loved it.
Me too.
That's
I enjoyed
why
it.
I've got my flip clock here. I've got to mount that on the wall, but it's a flip clock that's based on, well, not based on, but reminiscent of the Hatch clock.
Oh, right. Clicking down.
A flip clock. I really want, like, at some certain time, I want to replace two of the little plastic flaps or whatever with red hieroglyphics.
Oh, nice. Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of sorry, you said flip clock. I'm gonna say
in the clip, in the snowball clip loss.
In the clip clop.
In the snowball clip clop.
Yeah. So anyway, I just can't say enough about it so far. It's really good. Oh man, the chat room really wants us to get into weird arguments. The Sopranos ending is amazing. Are you kidding me? It's an amazing ending. I love the end of Sopranos.
It's an unexpected ending, and I really like it for that.
Yeah.
I like an ending that goes somewhere where you're not expecting, and that's what Lost did that for me as well. Luke Sightwalker was not a fan of Lost. He says watch 2 episodes of Lost, hated it. Not everything is going to be it for everybody. I feel like. I don't know. I feel like you need several episodes of Lost to get into it, but
I agree.
If you know right off the top, right off the bat that you're not going to like something, totally fine.
But that kind of stuff that he writes is perfect for what they're doing with this thing. Here's the other thing I didn't know. I mean, everyone knows Don Johnson's in this, right? I mean, this is a big surprise.
Regina King, Don Johnson.
He sings in this episode. It's not a musical or anything. It's just a scene where he sings, and I don't.
Really?
I won't give too much away because it's actually a very sweet scene. But I didn't know Sonny Crockett had pipes. You should hear him.
No kidding. That's a weird.
He sounded great, and also I just want to say how happy I am about the resurgence of Don Johnson in our lives. I think he's great. He's great. This is like a perfect little comeback. He was great.
I don't know if you remember, Scott, but Don Johnson had a single in the 80s called Heartbeat, I think.
Oh, I forgot, dude.
Yeah. Don't forget, man. This,
I forgot.
Sonny Crockett, man. It was
totally forgot that song. You're right.
Now the chat room's talking about it too. Yeah, it was a deal. It was a Don Johnson deal.
Yeah. Well, he's great. and very good in this, and he's also good in that. What was he in? Django Unchained and some other stuff. He's rad. I like Don Johnson a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nothing wrong with Don Johnson at all.
No, I think he went through a period where it was like, all right, Sonny Crockett, what are you going to do now? And then the best...
What's your next move, Sonny?
Yeah, and his best move was like Nash Bridges, was it? Was that the thing? I never saw much of that.
Yeah.
It was all right. And then...
Cheech. Never saw it either.
Oh, yeah, he was on there with Cheech. You're right. And then just disappeared. And then started just showing up again, and it's great. So anyway, me, your friends, and your Johnson getting it on in the movies.
You, your friends, and your Johnson.
He's great. He's really good in this. So just I cannot implore you enough, Brian, to make sure you. Well, like you're not gonna, but of course
yeah,
you're
exactly. No, this is one of the shows that I will probably be pretty close to day and date with. Obviously, I blew it last night, didn't watch it day and date, but I'm not gonna let them pile up and binge a bunch at once. This is one I want to kind of keep up with, but I am so engrossed in Mindhunter. I'm on episode 3 of season 2, and
so good.
It is really, really good.
Yeah,
dude.
It's the Bill Tench season, I call it, because Bill Tench is.
I'm already getting that because he's totally moved up front and center, and there's some stuff kind of surrounding him and his wife, and
he's so good, dude.
And their son Brian.
Aren't you glad he made it past Creepshow 2 and had a career?
Oh my gosh! Thank goodness he came out on the other side of that, right? Because that could have been a career-ending role.
I think it was good that he was so young and kind of just getting started, so that he couldn't end it as soon as you started, I guess, or whatever. But
right, yeah, that would have been a tremendous loss.
Is Mindhunter depressing? I would say it's not depressing. It's
no.
What is it? What would you say? How would you describe it?
I mean, okay, so if you compare it, like, it's got a very similar premise to The Silence of the Lambs. I see The Silence of the Lambs being a much more depressing thing than this.
Right.
This feels like the X-Files of serial killers.
There you go. Yep. Because it's never about the violent killings. I mean, it is, but you're never witness to them.
No.
It's never. If anything, it's hopeful and not bleak because it's people. This is all based on real stuff too. So it's people in the 70s figuring out forensic science and understanding. The mentality. We need to understand the mentality. It's not just simply a guy with a gun who robbed the bank like the old days. This is this is something else. So we've got to wrap our heads around it. And
we have to figure out what they're called, what makes them tick, and I mean, I like that, in first season they're coming up with the term serial killers.
Yeah,
so it's like,
and when you hear that, you go, oh yeah, this is kind of relatively new. Like it's not that new of a thing. So anyway, or that old of a thing, but
very, very good.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're enjoying that. Did you get to? Yeah. Have you gotten to Manson
Berkowitz? Not Manson. Nope. They just interviewed Berkowitz.
Okay.
Or interviewed Son of Sam.
Also a freak. Oh my gosh.
Yes. I keep wondering if they've got makeup on him to make his chin look that big, or if the actor really has that chin.
Right. I don't know. I never looked him up. Maybe he does have that chin, but
I don't know.
You'll be blown away by Manson. He'll be just like, are you kidding? Is that
cool.
real? It feels like the real Manson came out of the 70s and auditioned for the show. It's just crazy.
Wow. Oh man. All right. Can't wait. That's cool.
Yeah. And it's very good. And like I say, no one's ever, it's almost worse maybe, but you never like are in a scene where somebody's murdering someone. This never happens.
No.
It's
As
not.
a matter of fact, and yeah, you even this stuff, you see a lot of stuff in photographs, but I'm trying to think if you see crime scenes.
I mean, some of it,
I guess
in
you
photos or in like walkthroughs.
You get photos.
Like they'll have a recent murder and they'll go check out the place, but it's still it's just like a bloodless affair. The whole thing. Yeah. It's very odd, but it's also this is a Fincher joint. He produces this. He directed a bunch of episodes first season. I don't know about second, but he's this is his baby, and it feels like one of his movies. It feels like Zodiac. It feels like Seven, without the violent stuff. It's very interesting. So anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, cool.
Bill Tench for president is what I'm saying.
That's right.
I love that guy. All right. Also, you saw a movie. Tell me about that.
I did. It's time for a Monday morning film review, an MMFR.
Yeah. Doesn't stand for anything else that Scott
Nothing
likes.
else. This is we finally find something to make MMFR stand for.
Yeah.
Just love it.
Thankfully.
All right, so I went and saw Ad Astra. to the stars.
Oh, the Brad Pitt business. Yeah.
The Brad Pitt business.
Yeah.
This is really good, and it is not. I went in with kind of zero expectations and very little knowledge of what the story was about. I mean, in the previews, you get the story of Brad Pitt's dad, a big astronaut, pioneering astronaut who disappeared 20 some years ago, and Brad Pitt's now following in his footsteps as another astronaut, and he is told that his father might still be alive. And
this like near future, far-flung future, like now?
Near future.
Okay.
I would say probably, I don't know, 20. They don't really put it. If they put a date on it, I don't know, but I would say it's probably like 2045, 2050.
I like when they do that. And they, by the way, they don't have to tell me the actual year. I don't need it.
Yes,
just
exactly.
Show me things that you're familiar. Like, oh, we're still kind of grounded, but also this is obviously a little further along because those suits are better. But don't lock yourself into a date. Otherwise, in 30 years, no one wants to see your movie again because they'll be like, that movie's set in 2020. We've all been there, right?
We know what that looks like. Oh, it doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah.
But I think Brad Pitt is incredible in it. There are there's some questions that like, all right, well, could they have done this a different way? Could they have done that a different way? But it feels like a very weird combination of Interstellar and Apocalypse Now, because there's stuff going on with his dad, Bob Thornton, Tommy Lee Jones, that's I know, right? Billy Bob, Tommy Lee. I mean, there's
interchangeable.
There's some stuff going on that makes you want they wonder if he's involved in something that's going on that is happening on Earth, in kind of you've got to go out and find Marlon Brando in the jungle and talk to him and see what's going on, and only one person can go do it, and it's Martin Sheen. But anyway, it's really, really good. Donald Sutherland is in it.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, and I guess this means that now Brad Pitt is now another Ocean's 11 actor who has been an astronaut in a film. So now we've got, George Clooney in Gravity, Matt Damon in The Martian, Don Cheadle in Red Planet.
Is that right? Yeah, Red Planet. Who else we got? Oh, I love this. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, I knew we need to recreate The Right Stuff with Ocean's 11 actors in astronaut uniforms.
Oh man, I used to love The Right Stuff. That was so
I mean,
cool.
I guess if you count Ocean's 8, then of course you've got Sandra Bullock in Gravity as well.
Oh yeah, Sandra Bullock. If you count her, right? She's an Ocean's actor. What about the Queen, or the Elf Queen? What's her name? Gladriel. I can't think of her name. Freaking. Oh my gosh, she was in. Ocean's
yes,
8.
Right.
It's Kate Blanchett. But she.
Kate Blanchett. Has she gone into space?
I don't know if she's. Kate Blanchett. Has she
we
gone to
sent
space?
Kate Blanchett into space yet? Yeah, I can't think of
it either.
Anything that Kate Blanchett. Casey Affleck, wasn't he? He was in. Was he in Interstellar?
Wait, Casey Affleck was in. Yes, he was in Interstellar. That is correct.
Okay, so there's another one.
Yeah, I forgot Casey Affleck was even in that. How about the little Chinese guy that fit in the tiny box when they put him in the?
Not to my knowledge, but maybe there's a little Chinese movie that features him going into space.
Well, I mean, he can fit anywhere, so put him in.
Yeah, right, exactly. A little space capsule. No, but I think it's really good, and it's a psychological thriller as much as it's a science fiction thing. It's hard. I would say this is hard sci-fi.
Well, I love hard sci-fi.
Yeah,
you got me there. That sounds good. Someone in the chat room says, I didn't like it. I'd rather watch Fury Road again. Everyone would like to watch Fury Road again, but it's okay to have other movies. It's okay to have another movie you like. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
totally fine.
I like some heady, hard sci-fi. I'm in. So let me. Is it to deal with time travel, or are you okay there?
No time travel.
Oh, good.
Yep, no time travel. So I'm okay there.
Yeah, I was gonna say
none of that stuff that I have to question. There's some logistics questions. There's some could they really have that on that planet kind of questions, but Boy, and it's a gorgeous film. The fact that it's a gorgeous film is almost what makes me say, if you have any desire to see this, maybe try and see it while it's still in theaters, so you can see it on the biggest screen you can.
Yeah, they have a what do you call it version of that? What's the I can't think today. The big format. What the hell's that called?
Oh, probably the IMAX. Yeah, I imagine
IMAX,
they have IMAX.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd look really good in IMAX, I'd guess. All the space movies look good in that. Dune comes out next year, 2020.
Oh wow!
Prepare yourselves now,
cool.
Chat room. Prepare yourselves now. All right, give me a grade out of 5 stars. What do you give it?
I would give it. You know what? I put it in a solid just 4 stars. No partial stars. Just a good 4-star movie.
I like it. I'm in. And Brad Pitt he's good.
I like J.C. Calhoun. Really does not feel like there's a scientific fact behind this movie.
It looks.
I know the thing that I have a question about is probably one of the things that he has a question about, or 2 things that I have a question about. Like water there, I don't know how much I believe that. And you need to go to you need to make your phone call from the Circle K down the street. Is that really a reason you need? Is that?
That's great. All right. I don't know what those references are, but I'm going to see it when I see it.
Exactly. Those are very spoiler-free references.
He says in the chat, it looks great, but is about as scientifically accurate as Spaceballs. So there you go. Woo.
He says, name one scientifically accurate thing about it. You can. Well, yeah, sure. To go into space, you need to point the rocket upwards. That's scientifically accurate.
Yeah, no, it seems like that's consistent with.
Yes. If you point it downwards, you don't go into space. You go into the ground. But if you point it upwards, you go into space.
I feel like I want to see it. I'd probably see it. And Brad Pitt, would you give him high marks? He's
very much.
Okay.
I don't think this is. We're not going to see Ad Astra at the Oscars. We may see Brad Pitt for Best Actor though, because he really is. He needs to carry the film, and I think he does a great job with the acting.
Awesome. All right, I like Brad Pitt.
I think we're going to try and see Judy this week.
Judy.
We'll see, because we think that one's for sure going to be. It's total Oscar bait.
Oh, we love some Oscar bait. Oscar bait.
I'm a chronic Oscar baiter.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all well and good. Those are our TV and movie reviews for the week. We now have Brian Dunaway enter the building and play a little game with him if this works out the way it's supposed to. The big question
2 Brians enter, 1 Brian leaves.
That's
but
right.
That's just because he's a co-host on the show.
That's right. I see him blinking. Are you there, Brian Dunaway?
Am I here?
He's there. That means I can play this. Hey, everybody, check it out. It's Brian Dunaway. He's here from wherever he hails from. Where are you? South Carolina.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
You know what? You know what fogs your brain is when you got a whole new workflow from how I do transitions and music and everything.
Yeah.
And it's jacking me up and making me not think straight. So I ask everybody for preemptive forgiveness for my more than usual bumbling. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
You bumbling.
More than usual bumbling.
Bumbling, you bumbling fools.
Mumbled everything.
You are fools. All right. Hey, it's good to have you here. How was your weekend? I saw you for part of it, but how was the rest of your weekend?
I know. We just talked yesterday morning, but hey, it's going good. Since then, nothing much has happened.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing.
Still the same Brian Dunaway that we know and love.
Yeah, just a little, maybe a little more rain outside. That's about it. Just a little, get a little higher.
Ew. That sound at the top was grody. All right, hey,
like that.
we're gonna play a game. Genie's gonna hang up on you. We need a caller though, because we gotta play this game, Babel Royale, which is fun, and you guys might win prizes. Oh, we already have a caller. Holy schmoly!
Can't play without a contestant.
That's true. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
This is Brad.
Hello,
Brad. In the chat room.
Brad, you say? You say Brad?
Brad?
Is it Brad?
Oh. Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, cool. It's Brad.
Did you say Brad? Did you say Brad?
I think he's hearing it. He might be hearing our delay plus us, maybe. Anyway, it's all right. Hey, Brad, welcome to the show. We're going to play a little game here. Brian Ibbett right here is going to explain how it works, what you could win, and how to do it.
That's right. I'm going to give Scott and Brian a topic. The two of them are going to go back and forth giving me answers that fit that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer or a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, I'm just going to have to give the win to the other player. Brad, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on today's topic. Today, you are playing for a pair of CDs from Dizzy Box 9 and Trend Selva, as well as from Steam, a game called God's Trigger. God's Trigger. I think God's Trigger is when you put mayonnaise in ramen. That's God's Trigger.
Oh, he is so triggered.
Oh man,
He's totally triggered when you do that.
My brain was like, there's so many triggers for him, but Brian chose mayo and ramen. That's perfect. Nice job.
That's when God gets triggered.
Yep.
All right, so the topic today comes to us from Drew. Thank you, Drew. So Hideo Kojima's latest game, Death Stranding, comes out in less than a month. But of course, he's best known for his Metal Gear series of games. How many of the named boss characters from the Metal Gear Solid console games franchise can you name?
Oh man, this is
so
a good
just
one.
the ones called Metal Gear Solid, this, that, the other.
Well, there's Metal Gear. Well, the
You
only
want me
one
to tell you the games?
The only one that's called Metal Gear. Well, there's Metal Gear Solid 1, then 2. Metal Gear 3 is called something else.
It's called Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Oh, Snake Eater. Yeah, I always forget about it. I never played that one, so that's not
And
going
then
to
there's
help.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Are they all
Guns of the
solid? They all have
Patriots.
solid in it?
Apparently,
I think
according
it's all,
to this list,
yeah,
they do.
I think it's like this. Yeah, so
For some
And then
reason.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
We very rarely call it Metal Gear Solid though in casual conversation.
Oh
We
no,
always
you're
go
just
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal
Ground
Gear.
Zeroes, The Phantom Pain is
Right.
the fifth one.
That's a great one. I love
But
that
not
game.
Metal Gear Rising. That's the caveat. So
Oh,
don't
right.
name characters.
Because that's
That-
the
Don't
that's
don't
the
name.
that's,
Wait a minute. What
well,
was that?
'cause
What's
that's
that again?
the-
Say it
Don't name
again.
characters. Don't name bosses in Metal Gear Rising unless they were bosses in one of the Metal Gear Salad games.
Because Rising's
Metal
a
Gear
spinoff.
Salad.
It's a spinoff. It doesn't count.
That's right.
Yeah.
I only want to know about Metal Gear Salad.
Yeah. Ugh. That makes me literally cringe a little when you do that voice. Do it one more time and we'll see if it works.
Metal
again.
Gear Salad.
Oh, I really don't
Salad.
like it. You know, it's not Brian. It's this particular affectation. It really makes me feel weird. I don't like it at all.
Metal Gear Salad. By the way, Brad lost his connection. He
Oh,
says Scott to
no!
win, Brian to start.
Oh,
He's
okay.
in the chat room as Nukem82.
Okay. So
awesome,
Scott
Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
Scott to win, Brian to start.
Is that your first guess, Brian?
Yes, Duke Nukem is my first guess. I would also like to go ahead and just say I'm done. No.
Oh, no, you're not. Okay,
No,
so
not
but you go
All right,
first.
Scott
You-
to win, Brian to start is
Yeah.
what Brad says. All right.
All right. So I'm trying to remember, I remember some of the characters. I'm trying to remember the names for sure.
Sure.
Now the first one I played, I've been playing that one again on my PlayStation Classic, and I believe is Sniper Wolf. Is that?
Sniper Wolf. There is a Sniper Wolf.
Nice one.
I'm
That was
going
a
to be
good pull.
trusting you guys a lot on this one because I can name a couple of these, but boy, I sure can't remember a lot of them. So.
Right.
How many did you say there were?
Oh, I didn't say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
Oh my
22,
God.
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
Jeez.
30,
Holy
31,
Moses.
32, 33. 33 names on this list.
Holy
Yeah.
bejeebus.
So really, with
So,
that many names, just
are
guess
those
a name.
All, are those
Frank,
really
and
all
it'll probably be-
bosses?
What'd you
They're
say?
all named bosses, named
Man, I didn't-
boss characters.
All right. Well, All right. I've
Yeah,
played a lot, most of these games, but my brain is not working, and I don't know if I'm going to include. There's a couple of names I want to include, but I'm not sure. They were kind of enemies, but not really bosses. Because this involves you need to have a boss fight with the person we're talking about, right?
I guess so.
Okay.
That's
a
yeah,
lot, though,
we'll see if that
29.
we'll see how that comes up. Maybe your question will be answered when we throw out another name. I don't know.
All right. Let's do Metal Gear Solid's. Her name was just the boss.
Oh, that's right.
The boss. or Big
Was
Boss.
The boss. Yeah, that was. Yeah, was that called boss? Wasn't it?
She
Because I
called
always
the
thought that was
boss-
stupid.
I'm sorry. Metal Gear Solid 3, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, the boss.
The
Yes.
boss.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I'm
thought you
sorry.
said-
I don't
I
mean.
was looking under Metal Gear Solid 1 and okay, yes.
All
The
right.
boss.
That's an easy one to get out of the way. All right, done away.
All right. I remember the Fat Man, and I think his name was Fat Man.
His name was Fat Man.
What's his name, Fat Man? Oh, thank God.
Yes, just Fat Man.
I
in
wasn't
Metal
sure
Gear
if that was
Solid
like
2.
I was like going with my head. I'm like, is that how I remembered it, or is that the actual name?
Oh.
Fat Man and Sons of Liberty. Yeah. So far, we've named one boss from each of the first 3 games.
Excellent. Because that's what I was thinking. I thought it was only like one boss per game, but geez, man, you're talking about.
Yeah.
I guess they were considered. I would always consider them like sub bosses. I didn't really consider them.
I mean, you know, get your mini bosses and your
Mini
your
bosses,
final boss. Yeah.
Psycho Mantis from.
Ooh.
Well, it doesn't matter which one. I think
That
it's
was a
from
The
good
first one. Yeah.
Is it from
Psycho
Metal Gear
Mantis.
Solid? Okay, yeah. He's like
Mantis.
he's like a ninja, but also a gas mask looking dude. I think, if I remember right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I don't remember what he did.
I believe you. Sure, why
I
not?
believe you. Sure.
Okay.
There could be something like that.
You eating an apple while we're doing the show here?
Right here.
Talking to me.
Nope. It's honey or honey. Yeah, Honey Crisp. Mm.
I had a pink lady yesterday and
I wouldn't
dipped
be going around
dipped
telling
her
her
in
about
peanut
it.
butter. Dipped her in that chocolate peanut butter powder. Weight Watchers chocolate peanut butter powder was great. Great combo.
Peanut butter powder.
Interesting.
How is
Yeah,
that?
well, I mean, you mix the powder. You put 2 tablespoons of the powder with 1 tablespoon of water and
Oh.
make it. And then mix it.
Okay, and that's just got. It doesn't have the oils and the fat and the stuff. in it.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Way better for you. Only 3 points, I think, per serving.
Not bad.
Really good.
I like peanut butter.
Yes. Back to Brian.
I'm gonna go. Let's see. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the ninja guy. That's right, the ninja guy. I remember fighting the ninja guy, but
Do you
I
know
think his name was. Oh no, we went with that weird theme with the boss. I'm gonna go with the ninja. That's right, the ninja. I'm gonna be more vague then. I'm just gonna say the ninja guy who's kind of. If I remember correctly, he was bluish. He's the blue ninja. Is that right?
I think we're done.
No.
Yeah. Now, there's a character named Cyborg Ninja.
That's him.
That's it.
That's him.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's not the name you gave me.
No, he didn't give you
Sure,
that.
it did. Ninja.
Yeah. No, I can't do it. I can't give it to you. I gotta say Scott wins.
You know the popular Fortnite streamer Ninja, famous
Ninja
boss.
guy.
Oh, not that ninja.
So I know one at least. Well, I know at least one for sure, and then possibly 2 more. So I want to just test this real quick. So there was a dude named Vamp in Sons of Liberty, who was
There
like
was, yes.
mustache wearing goober cheese.
Oh, wait a minute. I do remember him now.
And then I want to say I always say 6-shooter Yosemite, but his name was Revolver Ocelot. Does he count?
Dang it!
Yes,
Dang it! That's what I
absolutely
couldn't remember.
Revolver Ocelot. That's the first name on my list.
Oh wow, okay. Because I don't know if he ever had a boss fight with him, but he was definitely a villain.
Yeah. So in the first game, Revolver Ocelot, Cyborg Ninja, Vulcan Raven, Metal Gear Rex, and Liquid Snake. I can't believe nobody said Liquid Snake.
Oh, that was my other
That's
question: was do the Metal Gears themselves count? And you just said Metal Gear Rex, so they do. So the big robots count. The actual Metal Gears.
Then in the second game, Olga Gerlakovich, Fortune, Vamp, you said, Metal Gear Ray, and Solidus Snake.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, Ocelot, same characters, Revolver Ocelot. So I would have given you just plain Ocelot for that one, but not just plain Ninja.
Right.
The pain, the fear, the end, the fury, and the sorrow.
Son of a.
Colonel Yevgeny Borisovich Volgin,
Uh-huh.
or just Volgin or Volgin, Shagahod. And then in episode 4, Guns of the Patriots, Laughing Octopus, Raging Raven, Crying Wolf, Vamp again, Metal Gear Ray again, Screaming Mantis, Liquid Ocelot, and then Metal Gear Solid 5, Man on Fire, Quiet, Metal Gear Sahelanthropus, and Eli.
My mind got so hung up on frickin' figured out that ninja name, I was just like blanking on everything else. That's stupid.
It
It's a pain.
happens. It happens.
All right.
Here's
all right.
the
That's
look.
true.
We're gonna give you one of these. Where is it? I gotta figure out where I put stuff. Oh, here it is.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Good job, Brad. You win, and we're gonna send you your prizes, but you gotta email Brian coverville@gmail.com. I know he's still listening, so he'll get that hooked up.
True. Yeah. Send me an email and get your prizes, but send me your mailing address so you can get these CDs.
I think it was a valiant effort there, Dunaway. I mean, I had two more in the pipe apparently, but I still think.
Like
you
I
did
said, I for some reason my mind was just spinning on that ninja, and I couldn't get it out. It's like get off the wheel.
Get off, ninja.
My buddy Andrew, we could never talk about Metal Gear Solid without him referring to Revolver Ocelot as six-shooter Yosemite, and there were years there where I could not remember his real name, and he just became six-shooter Yosemite. That was just his name.
Six-shooter Yosemite. It's such a great name too. Like such a.
It's so dumb.
It's no weirder than any of the other names they have in here.
No.
So
yeah, that's the other thing. Everybody's weird in those games. They're all weird. Those games are weird. If you think you're not gonna get weird when he releases Death Stranding this year, I got news for you. It's gonna be freaking weird. Like, that's what that guy does better than anybody else. Weird.
things are gonna get weird here in Metal Gear.
Dunaway, you didn't do anything fun this week that you should tell people about? Anything cool?
Absolutely. We just celebrated my fiance's birthday this past Friday. We went and saw The Maleficent 2.
Mm-hmm. How's that? Speaking of Brad Pitt, his divorced lady friend, how's that looking?
Yeah, you're reaching really far for that, but yeah, it was it was pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah,
cool.
And I enjoyed it. But this week I'm going to be doing some streaming tonight. We're not doing the Boop show, so I'm going to do a little bit of Twitch streaming tonight.
Oh yeah, very nice. That'll be good. Yeah, we do the Boop shows every other week now, and Brian does streaming sometimes on the Mondays where we don't. So check that out. What's your Twitch channel so people can write that down?
It's Brian Dunaway. Yeah, I know. I know. I don't know how I got it.
Really, really
Fancy.
came up with something clever there.
Fancy.
Yeah, I do what I do.
I tried to get Scott Johnson. It was gone, so I got Frog
The
Pants.
Pain.
Yeah. Ended up with
That's what I
Frog
should have
Pants.
called it.
Yeah.
The Pain.
The Pain.
That's a character from Metal Gear.
Yeah.
I know.
But don't worry, Boop Show will be back next week at its normal time. Every other week. The Boop Show, twice a month. That's right, baby. That's right.
Show.
Brian Dunaway, everybody. Stay out of trouble. Be good to each other, or no, to yourself, or something.
Treat yourself.
Treat
Do
yourself.
that today.
Yeah, you deserve it. Take yourself out for a nice cup of Joe. I don't know what that means. All right. Hey, well, that was fun. What time is it? Oh, we got time.
We got time. We got time for some news.
I think we do have time for the news. And therefore, if I can find it, I don't know where I put the new news thing. Hold on a second. And here it is. The new. Where is it? I don't have it. Oh.
What? You lost the news?
I think
You've lost the news.
I think I screwed up. Let's see. Did I not include this? I think I didn't include it. All right. Well, pretend you just heard fanfare for the news, and then we came back, and I said, the news today is brought to you by...
This segment of TMS is brought to you by my fellow tadpooler and author, Nikki Moore. This weekend, Nikki is participating in her literary conference, Mile High Con in Denver, where she's going to be displaying the first 4 books in her fantasy series, Chronicles of Kalan, and promoting the upcoming release of book number 5 later this fall. To celebrate, Nikki is offering the first book in the series, Kyrene, for no cost in ebook format on Amazon, beginning this last Friday, October 18th, through Tuesday, October 22nd. You've only got a couple days to get this, so make sure you do it. Links to learn more and purchase all of Nikki's books, both ebook and paperback, can be found at moorebooks.com. That's MOORE-books.com, or search for Chronicles of Kalan, CALAN, on Amazon.
Very nice. Good luck at the Mile High Con. Do you go to that? You ever go to
I
that?
don't, but I should. Yeah, she's great. Nikki is one of the people we do Puzzle Pint with every month. So
very nice.
She is fantastic, and her book series is absolutely something you should check out.
Sounds good to me. All right, an Alabama man in the news. Alabama man. He got run over by an ATV driven by a dog. That's cool.
Wow. I was going to say only in Alabama, but I think the dog was on his way to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Can we pretty much assume that this is...
kind of a guarantee at this point. An Alabama man was injured after he was run over by his all-terrain vehicle when his dog accidentally released the throttle. The man had parked the four-wheel vehicle near the entrance of the Bunny Bread outlet on on Thursday and tied his dog's leash around the handlebars. The dog tried to run, tangling the leash around the controls and caused the vehicle to hit the man. The highway was closed briefly.
Put the bunny back in the bread box.
It says they closed the highway for this. They closed it briefly while the man was airlifted to a hospital. His condition is unknown, as is the dog's. Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
As is the dog's.
Yep.
The dog's condition.
We don't know what condition this condition is in.
I hope the dog is okay. I really do.
Yeah, too. The guy too. It seems like a honest mistake. It's not like a.
Yeah, actually, it does. I mean, you go into the Bunny Bread outlet. You can't. They don't allow dogs. For obvious reasons.
The Bunny Bread outlet.
Dogs will eat both bunnies and bread, so you can't bring the dog into the Bunny Bread outlet.
So wait a minute, is the Bunny Bread? They normally have Bunny Bread places, but this outlet is like the place where you get them on the cheap, and there's tons of them.
Yes. I honestly don't know what Bunny Bread is. I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, apparently it is a baker of nutritious bread and bakery products in your local grocery. So yeah, I guess so. Normally you'll find Bunny Bread in your grocer, right. But I guess at the outlet you can get packages of their whole grain white or wheat sandwich bread or their hot dog buns for super cheap.
They have a whole bunch on Amazon even. Interesting.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They even have
good luck getting that. Good luck that stuff being intact. I guess
you can buy an old sign, like an old metal sign on Amazon where it's made to look all old, but it's like a 1940s bunny. Oh, that's interesting. Yaloom Bunny Bread Cowboy Man. Cave metal sign reproduction, 12 by 18. It's got a little cowboy on a horse. I think the cowboy's a cat. Oh, no, he's a rabbit. He's a rabbit.
Okay.
Because he's a bunny, right? That makes sense. He's a bunny rabbit. Yes.
What kind of animal was Bunny Bread?
Well, the reason it's confusing is he's wearing a hat, and there's no ears, so it looks like a cat on this thing. He does not look like a rabbit. But it says on the side, his catchphrase is, "That's what I said."
Yeah, I'm looking at the map right now, and it shows where Bunny Bread's available. The entirety of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Arkansas, and partially in Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Missouri, one county in Iowa, and only the lower part of Michigan.
Huh. Well, all right then. A local favorite.
Very interesting, yeah.
Huh. Anyway,
Bunny Bread.
That guy,
all right.
That guy'll be okay.
I hope so. I hope you're okay, dog owner, because you did the responsible thing and tied your dog up to the handlebars of your four-wheeler.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Do that again.
Yeah.
Here's how to get banned from a cruise for life, okay? So this is fun.
All right. I think there are many, many ways, but tell me your way.
Well, here is this lady's way. This woman stood on a ship's railing for a selfie, and she has now been barred for life from cruises.
Oh, no.
Yep. All of them. Tom Cruise.
All cruises.
Yep.
Penelope Cruz.
Yep. All the cruises.
Ted Cruz. Well, that one's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay to be banned from that cruise.
Yeah, you don't want to be there with that guy. He's weird. A woman is removed from a cruise ship and banned for life by the cruise company after she climbed onto her room's balcony railing to pose for a dangerous photo shoot over the ocean. The incident happened on aboard the Royal Caribbean ship Allure of the Seas as it was approaching Labadee, which is in Haiti. Labadee.
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 Yeah, I think that's. You think it has to be pronounced both with that pronunciation and that flourish.
I mean, one would think. We're not left with too many instructions here, but I'm going to assume that was correct. The unnamed woman, I said unarmed. The unnamed woman was spotted by fellow passenger Peter Blosick, who alerted the crew. Well, that guy's a busybody, isn't he?
Yeah, but I was walking by and I just saw her doing it. But it's funny though that Blosick is named, but the woman who stood on the railing.
Yeah, no name.
Of the cruise ship, no name.
Yeah, it's weird. Unless she was, I don't think she was a minor.
It's freaking dangerous, right? I mean, can we all
totally
agree that seems like a really dumb thing?
Yeah, you'll fall off and they're done. They're not getting out to save you. They don't know you've fallen in. No one knows you're even out there.
Right.
Dumbass.
And then they've got to stop the cruise ship. They have to turn it around and pick you up.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for
sympathy
this.
for.
I mean, I would if she
woman.
fell in. I'd feel bad, but come on
Well,
now.
Sure.
So there you go, chat.
I
Look
wouldn't
at
feel
that.
as bad though because if she survived because she was doing something dumb.
Why would you do this to yourself? See, look at where she's at. That gives me so much anxiety.
Is there a photo?
Yeah.
Did they with share? Oh, geez.
Yeah. Like, Brian, you know your thing with closed-in spaces? That's me with the ocean.
Well, I don't like that at all. Because, if she falls off of that, I don't think she's hitting the water. I think she's hitting the railing, the next, like she's hitting the Lido deck is what she's hitting.
Yeah, she's going to hit
She's
other
hitting the promenade.
She's going to hit other hard things before she hits the water.
Yeah.
And then no one in there knows. Somebody at lunch down on that lower deck's like, "Did you hear that, honey?" "No, I sure didn't. But boy, isn't this these mimosas are wonderful, aren't they?" Like they're not even going to notice. Oh, she's dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
so
do
good.
it.
Ban her for life.
You know what? She's not dumb. She's reckless. Just reckless. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
While on the
They
balcony,
say both? I mean, it's they're not mutually exclusive. I'm going to say both. I'm
Yeah.
going to say dumb and reckless.
I'm going to say both as well, not both.
Both?
No, both. I'm going to say
All right.
both. I've been working on my both.
Really?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Why?
Because people make fun of me when I say both.
Well, all right.
You're like, well, yeah.
So
but you
the
should
reason,
keep doing
yeah.
it.
I guess that's
You should just keep doing it, though. You should just keep saying it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, let it make fun of you, but keep doing it. I mean, why?
All right. She wrote this, or no, this guy wrote this. While I was on my balcony, I saw a woman climbing the railing. It happened so quickly, not knowing what her intentions were. I alerted the crew. Oh, he thought she was going to jump. He didn't want to be responsible for seeing that, not saying something.
Yeah.
He later posted a picture of the woman wearing a blue bathing suit with hands over her head on social media. So this is his photo. The ship's crew later tracked down the woman.
Well, let her get down off the railing before you tackle her, though, because that's not going to end well.
Yep. What did they do? They removed her from the ship at the dock of Falmouth, Jamaica. The Royal Caribbean spokesman confirmed the incident, telling CNN in a statement, "Earlier this week, on the Allure of Seas, a guest was observed recklessly and dangerously posing for a photo by standing on her stateroom balcony railing with the help of her companion. Security was notified, and the guests were later debarked to Falmouth, Jamaica, as a result of their actions, and are now banned for life from sailing with Royal Caribbean."
She doesn't even get to finish this cruise. Like, she's got to figure out her own way home from Falmouth, Jamaica.
Right.
Now.
Well, just stay there, Mon. Get some jerk chicken, Mon.
Listen to some calypso music and think about what you've done.
Think about what you've done. Think about Iggy.
Just think about it for a while.
Yeah, you think about it. No one deserves this fate. Anyway, those are my favorite guys in World of Warcraft. Are those really grumpy trolls that are out in the desert?
Yeah.
And you talk to them, they go, life is a bowl of shit. And they're just so pissed. All right. Green, this is kind of cool. A green shamrock puppy was born. If you didn't think that was possible, I got some good news for you.
didn't think that was possible.
Let's see. To a litter of Great Danes, actually. And this is a Colorado story, so another Colorado connection.
Oh, we've got a green puppy in Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Colorado resident Katie Williams could not believe her eyes after she had a 3-year-old Great Dane named Amy give birth to a litter of 9 Great Dane puppies, including one special one that was born green. It was shocking when she was born.
Look at that.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Here, I'll chat.
It's like a green Dalmatian. Like it's a peppermint chocolate chip retriever.
Kind of, yeah. It's very weird. Chad, I'm trying to play this video for you, but it's been in forever, and I don't know why.
If you just go down, there's a photo.
Oh, is there? Oh, here we go.
Skip the video.
Yep.
Skip the video.
Isn't that weird?
That's crazy.
Yeah. The rest are all kind of normal, but it's green.
I think it's not ripe yet.
No.
Put it back.
Put it back. 9 more months. But yeah, it's the thing came out all green, which is super weird. And the chemical called biliverdin, which makes bile, is the reason for the unique green color of the pooch, according to Rover.com.
That sounded really cute until the reason is that it's bile related.
Says that they noted the condition is rare but not dangerous. It dyes the fur while in the mother's womb, but the green coating doesn't last forever. It ultimately fades away over time. She's healthy and beautiful and all, and she nurses well, blah, blah, blah. The owner says, "I just love her. She's like a little shamrock puppy." I don't know if I'd get too cuddly with your freaking bile puppy until it fades. Let it fade a little bit.
Does he smell?
I don't know. Ugh.
Does he have that new puppy smell, or does he smell like bile?
Ugh, got that old bile smell.
We talk about a pet story, and we get a little visit from Inara. Hey, kitty cat.
Hey, have you ever watched a movie, like a horror movie?
I have.
And
well, there's more.
And you couldn't, like most horror movies, they just kind of wash over me. I don't really, they don't freak me out that bad.
Yeah.
Whatever. Some of it's, fun or whatever. Do you ever have one where you start watching it and you're like, I can't do this. I got to turn this off. You ever have that? I had that happen.
Horror movies, I'm able to separate fairly well.
I had that happen last night. And,
really? What was the movie?
It was, I don't know why this popped into my head. It's because I was just so horrifically horrified by it. They made these, so I guess there's a 70s movie called I Spit on Your Grave, which I had heard of, but never saw it, never knew what it was. There are these remakes, 2010 and 2015, and one of the remakes is on Amazon Prime. Fired it up, couldn't do it. I can't do it. It's just too rapey. It was awful. It was like, because the whole idea, I guess, of those particular films is that a girl gets kidnapped, taken, whatever, and they spend like the first half of the movie just terrorizing her, abusing her, raping her, awful stuff.
Oh, geez.
And graphically so. And then
torture porn kind of thing.
Yeah, and then later she gets revenge and takes everybody out who wronged her. I couldn't get to that part. I just was like, is this really, people watch this? Like, this is a thing? Someone likes this? It really bugged me. Really got it.
I remember I Spit on Your Grave, and I don't remember as much controversy about that as I remember with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I'm kind of surprised that it's that bad. I've never seen it, but
awful.
hearing that it's that bad.
I could never tell anyone to even. I mean,
Judy says you watch serial killers, Scott.
No, see, it's different, and that's the thing. I can watch a Friday the 13th style slasher film, no big deal. That stuff's it's easy to park my brain because it's all just ridiculous. It's just kind of fake and dumb, and it's a weird.
Engine 006 is just fast forward to her revenge part.
Oh, I guess I could have done that, but then I don't have
that and see where...
But then I don't know what she's doing. I mean, I guess I could just assume it was.
Well, you either watch the stuff that happens to her so you can fully appreciate her revenge, or you just jump to the revenge part and assume that whatever they did to her was so bad that they deserve everything that they're getting.
It's a fair point. By the way, sorry, I keep jumping around here. In that movie, one of the sheriff guy, I think is who he plays, is the same dude as the weird Armenian dude in that Limitless movie we watched for Film Sack that also got one of the pills and started to feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, really?
They drank his blood. He's in that. And then he is also, this is just bringing it all back together, he's also in Watchmen as a character in the Watchmen. I think his name is Red. And anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but there it is. There's all the information.
Just the fact that that's the same guy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. We're going to take a break. When we come back, not major spoilers, not Trek Nerd. We're going to play Call Now. Yeah, that's
Call Now.
And we're going to have major spoilers on, but he's coming late. He's got a thing, and we want to give him
He's got two things that were sandwiched between, basically.
That's right.
Call now.
So he's going to come in here, and we'll talk to him after that. But we're going to take your calls here in a second. Before that, though, a song. Brian, tell me what we're breaking with.
Sure. We're breaking with a singer named R.X. Bertoldi. He is an award-winning singer-songwriter from the Seattle area. I'm getting a lot of echo now, but I can live with it.
Keep moving through there.
His original acoustic version of Black Coffee in the Morning was in rotation on Sirius Satellite Radio's Coffee House program for over 4 years running. So, I mean, if you're familiar with that show, you've probably heard him. And his cover of Ooh La La by The Faces, one of my favorite songs, spun for over 2 years on their covers program on Covers on Coffee House. His two most recent albums, he's had the involvement of a producer named Johnny Sangster, who worked with Mudhoney, The Posies, Nico Case, and other top Seattle players. So it's been some of his most strongest, most radio-friendly music that he's made to date. His brand new LP is Tracks in Perspective. It's in top form and even includes a fresh full band rendition of his song Black Coffee in the Morning. This is the song from that brand new album. Here is RX Bertoldi and I'll Carry On.
That sounds great. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Everyone knows in a sale you sell your slow movers, but some genius put our best sellers on sale. This big screen color console, automatic fine tuning, high bright color tube, Philco reliability. You'd pay a lot, right?
The choosy woman's choice.
This is the Morning Stream with Scott Johnson and Brian Ibbett. Big ol' freaking dirt blanket.
It didn't. I'm still getting used to it. Give me a break. All right, they didn't do what it was supposed to do.
That's all right. For that, you get one of these.
Oh, look at that. Hold on. Chad didn't see it. Let me put that up again. Do that one more time. I hate that. That's horrendous. What is that? Is that a thing?
That's a Skype thing.
I don't like it.
I could go, oh.
Somebody want to Twitch clip that first one out so I can make a GIF out of it, please? Thank you. I'd appreciate that. All right. We're going to do a little call now. That means you guys get to call in, express your thoughts, your feelings, your complaints, your I don't know.
Your grievances. It's time for the airing of grievances.
Airing of grievances is correct. And that number to call is...
Call now.
801-471-0462. That's 801-471-0462. All you got to do is...
Call now.
And we'll answer your questions. Yeah.
While we're waiting for a call, do we have a call yet? Just let me know when we have a call.
Not yet.
Okay. I'll tell you the other thing I did this last week, and I talked about this a little bit before Film Sack, but a buddy of mine had a birthday, and he wanted to go to his very first escape room. I know 3 years after the popular trend started, he finally got to go to his first escape room. But went to this place. This is my third escape room experience. Place in Denver, currently called Colorado Escape Rooms, but they're changing their name for obvious reasons to Escapeworks. They're part of a bigger company now called Escapeworks. This place, so we did one that was Curse of the Enchanted Seas, and it takes place on a pirate ship that surfaces once every month for 1 hour, and you've got to get on there and find the captain's heart. The captain is laying dead in his stateroom with his heart missing, and you've got to find the heart and put it back in his chest.
Oh my gosh.
And this thing was so high-tech, incredibly well done. Like, there's RFID stuff all over the place. So you pick up this brooch and you're like, oh, what do we do with this brooch? And you say, oh, well, there's a crate over there that has the outline of that very same brooch on it. Let's just go put it on there. And so we take that brooch and we set it on the crate, on that silhouette, and a door opens up on the front of it. It's like RFID triggered door that goes
that's so
and
cool.
opens up.
That's really cool.
So amazing. Yeah, so well done. And it didn't rock back and forth, but everything else about it, like they had lanterns on the side that are flickering, like they have candles in them, and skulls and bottles and things like that all over the place. Absolutely brilliant.
I think the future of escape rooms, and I know there's already a few of these, might be in VR. That might be the place this stuff ends up being, because there's nothing that will replace that, I'm in a room, there's 8 of us, we got to do a thing. I totally get that. But I think there's a place for really complex puzzle solving and things you can only do in an artificial environment that would make that really fun in VR. We'd have to see what somebody comes up with, but
yeah, I don't know. I like the tangibility of the stuff. Have you done an escape room yet?
I've never done one. Still haven't done one. Yeah.
I'd be curious to see what you think. I really enjoyed it tremendously.
Except when I was
obviously, I've done
15.
my third one.
When I was 15, I got out of my house once. I don't know if that counts.
And you made it halfway down the lawn before your
Yep.
parents, your captors tackled you.
My parents
No,
don't
I'd
even know
say-
this. If my mom's listening, she doesn't even know that I used to sneak out all the time when I was 15 or 16 with my
That's
friends.
funny.
Yeah, all the time.
I would say that you and your kids would just have such a blast with an escape room. I think you guys would have so much fun with
We
it.
should just do it. There's a bunch of them here. Just
Yeah.
haven't done it.
Just do it. Look on Groupon. You'll find coupons for a lot of them
Yeah.
locally, and go check one out, and see which ones have really good ratings as far as really immersive experiences. Because the one here, by far the best one I've done in Colorado, the most well done as far as making you feel like you're really in the environment.
Yeah, so that was going to be my big question is did you feel like you were there? And it sounds like you did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a caller on the line. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning. It's Desiree. Bringo Bright in the chat.
Well, hello, Desiree. How are you?
How you doing?
Hey, good. How you guys doing?
Doing fantastic. It's Monday. You got the whole week ahead of us. It's just
Right, and you got to appreciate the fact that now without the green screen, you can see Scott's mini me.
Oh yeah,
and you can see mine still right there.
Yep, he's right there. Can you see him? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about that.
I put him on screen. I put him. In fact, Kim was the one to remind me. She says you need to make sure that's visible, and because before it was on this side, and I went, oh, you're right. Let's get it up there. So yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy about that. I actually have two quick things.
Right.
It's not TMS related.
Okay.
It's kind of film sack related.
That's totally fine.
But
you can ask anything.
Got half a film sack here.
Yep.
Okay, so first things first, I have to say you guys mentioned about rap stars that became actors.
Mm-hmm.
You forgot a big one, Queen Latifah.
Oh yeah. You know
yeah,
what? I almost said her, and then the conversation went somewhere else, and I didn't do it. But she came up in my head for some reason. All I could think of was that terrible Taxi movie she was in with
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, but actually she is really great. Like in most things,
great.
she's
Chicago, she's fantastic.
Yeah,
and
I like her a lot.
I remember the first time I saw her was in that Something Wild with Melanie Griffith and Ray Liotta. I can't remember who the main guy. Oh, it was Jeff Bridges, right?
Oh,
Is
Jeff
that right?
Bridges in
Yeah,
that? No.
not Jeff Bridges, Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels or Bridges?
Yes.
Was it?
Daniels, Jeff Daniels.
All right. It was dumber then. It was dumber is what you're saying.
It was dumber.
Okay.
Exactly. And at the very end, so you see her in this coffee shop working during the movie, but then the very end she comes out of the coffee shop, takes her apron off and starts rapping through the entire end credits. It's great.
Wow. Yeah, I love her. She's awesome. I would watch more with her in it if I knew where to look. I mean, she's
a great. She's actually I think of her almost more as an actress than
rapper. Yeah, that kind of. I feel like that happened to LL Cool J a little bit. Like he. I mean, I know him as a rapper because I bought his albums back in the freaking late '80s and early '90s. But he so very quickly moved into like TV and movie roles that I hardly think of him that way. It's a little like Mark Wahlberg kind of. I don't think of Marky Mark anymore. I mean, I do sometimes as a joke, but for the most part, it's like, oh, Wahlberg's in that.
I only think of Marky Mark as a joke. But a very funky joke.
Yeah, he's a very funky joke. Don't forget.
Yes. And lastly, I just wanted to bring up, you guys didn't really talk about the scene in Panic Room where the police officers came and he was trying to hint to her that, if there's something going on, give us some sort of small clue. Well, the thing is, my mom she taught me as a teenage girl growing up that to use the code, everything's perfectly fine if I'm ever in a situation where I call her and I need to get out of it, but I don't want the people to know. Have you guys ever given that code or some sort of code to your children?
Oh,
in the case of...
That's brilliant. That's a really good way of doing it. Like something kind of agree on. We did a thing with Tristan where, oh my gosh. And here's the funny thing is that we gave him a code to use, if we could ask him about to verify whether it was really him or not, right? So we had this thing several years back where Tina's grandparents got fooled by somebody pretending to be Tristan, who had left to go on a road trip to Salt Lake City and got stuck out there, ended up in jail for drinking and driving and needed some money to get back. Yeah. And they totally bought it hook, line, and sinker, even though they said, God, it just didn't sound like Tristan. But But they looked at Tristan's Facebook, found out that he goes to Nerdtacular, went to Nerdtacular every summer in Salt Lake City, so it seemed plausible.
Yeah.
So after that, we said, well, let's have a word that we can use as a prompt to say, okay, it is really me. And the sad thing is, I can't remember what that code word was.
Well, that doesn't help.
No,
it really doesn't. No, it's like, oh my God, what?
I mean, if he said it, you'd immediately know it, right? Or if it was wrong.
Yeah, I want to say it's Hawaii. I think it's like we have to work the word Hawaii into it.
Oh, interesting.
And like say, oh, is this, where else has something like this happened? Oh, Hawaii. I was like, oh, it really is Tristan.
Yeah.
He's on his first little solo road trip with his buddies. They drove out to California yesterday afternoon. So they're out there for the whole week.
Oh, that's fun to do. So much fun. It's expensive though.
I know it is expensive, but I miss it. I wish I was out there with them because we'd be getting In-N-Out burgers and checking out the new Disneyland area.
Yeah, that's true. So in my case, here's the thing. We never had an explicit code, but what we always seemed to happen if there was a situation where they just needed me to come get them, I just could tell. They didn't even have to say it. Like I'd call, or Taylor would call from a party, and I'd get her on the phone, and I'd say, "You having a good time?" She's like, "Yeah." Okay. Are you sure? Yeah, Dad, I'm fine. I'm like, you don't sound fine. Do you want me to come get you? Just say yes. Yes. All right, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, good.
Then I'd run and get her, but I could always tell when my kids are. Maybe it's just I could tell when they're under a little bit of stress or something. But the code's awesome. That's a great way to.
I like that everything's perfectly fine because as long as you've agreed upon it up front, no burglar, nobody's ever going to question, was that some sort of code? It just doesn't sound like a code, so that's great.
I know. That thing that your in-laws got taken by was pretty dastardly. I really don't blame them for falling for it because they had the Salt Lake City part was like, who knows this? How did they get that info? That really bugged me at the time.
Yeah.
That wasn't that long ago, right? I mean, we were doing the show then.
It was only 3 or 4 years ago. It was relatively recent. They got away with $2,000 in gift cards because apparently the Salt Lake City police only takes gift cards.
Okay, that part.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
I just wanted to ask that.
It's all good, Desiree. Have a good one.
Desiree.
Good to talk to you. We'll see you. All right, that's pretty good. We got one call.
Yeah,
that'll work. Now we're gonna call. Steven. I think
is Steven free and clear? Is he ready?
I think so. I mean, we'll try. Here, let's try.
Okay.
We can only try. Whoops. Major.
All you can do is try.
Yeah, all you can do is try. He did say something about a phone number to make sure he was around, but I don't really have an easy way of doing that. I mean, I guess I could call him on his phone, but then he wouldn't hear you. No, I don't like that idea.
I don't like that at all.
No. You must hear Brian.
You must hear Brian.
Let me try. Maybe I will try calling him. Steven. And he can give us the up or down. Hey, Steven, give us the up or down. All right, you know what? I can make it so he can hear you. Hold on. Okay, I got to put on speaker. Okay, here we go. It's ringing. As you can tell, it's ringing.
I can tell. I can tell.
All right, we're still ringing. We're ringing. All right, we're going to try this. And so far, no answer. That leads me to believe he may have gotten tied up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 7, 8...
Usually it's a name.
Scott unintentionally doxes major spoilers.
Yeah, we only got 2 numbers. We're good. But when's the last time? Do you have an actual voicemail message that you do, or do you just have?
I do, but I do.
Do you check your voicemail very much?
I check it when I get a new message. It's really just spam and a couple clients. Well, I mean, it's the one I use for freelance clients is the same one that is that everybody uses. It's my just regular cell phone number.
Right.
So,
I'm trying to.
But I very rarely listen to the message if there's an accurate enough voice to text translation of it, not translation. What's the word I'm looking for?
Transcription. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this one. This is fake.
Calling on behalf of Embassy Suites. How are you?
Well, since I didn't answer,
I don't know. You know what? That's they're basically pause, wait for them to respond. Oh, good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm calling to offer you. I got burned by that one.
I hate it.
I'm looking. Is Joshua there? No, sorry. There's no Joshua here. You got the wrong number. Oh, well, maybe you can help me.
F that. F that.
Exactly. It's like, oh, you totally got me.
No, that annoys
So I always
me.
do a test. If this is not a recording, reply to me right now. Click.
It is nice though, because the new AT&T thing is now telling me most of the time when it's a telemarketing call.
Usually I get that too. For this last one, I didn't, and I usually won't answer. But it looked like it was a local Denver number. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's somebody.
But it is funny how it switched. I don't know anybody who really uses their phone as a phone except within very tight-knit groups of like family and contacts that they know and trust. Mm-hmm. For the most part, if there's a number coming through, back in the day, you just grab the phone. Who is it, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, we're just like, no, I ain't picking that up. There's no name there.
Exactly. Yes. Spam has killed people answering the phones anymore. Like if I call somebody, I almost don't expect them to answer unless it's somebody that I know has me in their contact list and actually sees it come up.
Yeah.
But if I'm cold calling somebody that's not a business, I don't expect them to answer. I expect to definitely get a voicemail.
Same. It's like that old song, Spamio killed the Phonio star. Remember that song?
Just like that, yes, by the Bugles, not by the Buggles. That's the other one.
A different band. Right. That comes up every time we talk about that song. I love it. Every time. Well, Steven was going to share with us the top 10 comics for September, and he said the list was really good, but now we're going to have to wait. We'll find out what those were next week when he's on the show.
The suspense.
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
It's killing me. All right. But we do have a mashup. Let's do a mashup. You want to do a Monday mashup?
Let's do a mashup for
All
sure.
right.
Yeah, I love these.
Monday mashup. This is from Jamie, a.k.a. TMS Mashups, where you can find him on Twitter. He also has a Patreon called TMS Mashups. You're welcome to check all that out. Here is what he sent us this week. It is called, I can't read it. Hold on. Sesame Street. Oh, like Sesame Street. Got it.
Sesame Street. Okay.
I remember that conversation. All right. Here it is. Enjoy. Do show now. Make show good. You do show? Me like when you do show.
Why do I have this boner?
According to...
I want to know how I got these breasts. Where's Johnson and Johnson?
Like you'd have on a wharf cake.
I am not a mint frosting man.
What is a wharf cake?
This cake is without honor.
Oh, that's tender.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poo. That sounds hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lick it.
You gonna lick it, Daryl?
I'm gonna lick it.
Okay.
I'm crunching it.
I guess I'll just have to bite it.
Right into my dog's butthole.
You may have been wondering why I was carrying a woman's head in a duffel bag. Hi-ho, everybody. We'll be back after I go get my T-cell count checked. Here's Fozzie Bear.
Oh, my gosh.
It is a myth that toothpaste will tighten the vagina.
Go back to using Tide Pods.
Tide Pods are the way of the future.
It bends a little funny if I flex it. You gave him a hard one. Whoa, wait, what?
And torture porn.
Oh, yeah. Torture porn. I'm into it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not really. Take that out of context.
Jamie?
Just two dudes in a shack just playing games.
Yeah, jerking it. What? Wait. Okay. Anyway.
Wait, what?
No,
Okay,
I made that part up. Back it up. Beep, bop, beep. Okay, it's out.
Is
Yeah.
it just the earlobes? The
Just
rest
the
of it's pretty
earlobes.
big too.
Well, he's got a big penis, but other than that, his earlobes are the most obvious.
I was talking
visual.
about his ear area.
Oh,
but
his
nice.
ear area.
I'll only do your movie. I'll only do your Star Trek movie if you never make another one. It has to be the end. There'll be no
And it has
more.
to have feet.
Has to have a lot of feet. Lots of feet. Starfleet feet. Starfeet. In fact, we're going to name it Starfeet.
Starfeet.
Yeah. Everyone goes to Starfeet. Starfeet Command.
Academy.
Yeah.
It was never
Did
determined.
not kill her. I didn't go. Hi, Robert Wagner.
When you finally shave the bush, you feel better. Everyone feels better when you get rid of the bush.
Elmo not laughing. Elmo have delirium tremens.
Shit. F. Shit. F.
What's the matter, Elmo?
Elmo have Tourette's. Shit.
Cookie, take E. Please give Cookie more water. Please. Cookie Monster need more water.
We have besmirched the great Sesame Street,
We have.
taking it
yes.
to places no one thought we would.
No, I know.
Well,
How dare
all
we?
right.
How dare we?
How dare we? All right, we are to the end of the show. Thank you all for being here. It's been a fine time. I guess we'll have guests tomorrow. That'll happen.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be a thing for Tuesday. We got to. The jury news has just been prepared for us. Turns out Mitt Romney has a secret Twitter account that he uses anonymously, and he has confirmed that it's his. I got to find the name because I already forgot it.
Okay. All right.
Romney Twitter. Okay, let me pull this up. It is the funniest name, Pierre Delecto.
Pierre Delecto. That's funny.
Pierre Delecto.
Like is in flagrante delecto.
Yeah, it's very weird.
That's very weird. Yeah.
And it is his actual thing. It is a very critical of Trump type account.
Okay.
I don't know why he has it. I think it was originally designed to be maybe a thing he used with his grandkids or something. But now it's come out that that's him, and I just want jury's take on it. It seems like perfect fodder for him, right? Because now that this isn't Carlos Danger or any of those.
Carlos Spicy Wiener,
right?
That.
It's a very odd thing, but it was a very straight laced account. It didn't do anything weird. It was just like basically just ripping on Trump. But anyway, we'll find out what that's about tomorrow with Justin, and of course Bill and all that. So come back for that. In the meantime, support this show at patreon.com/TMS. And if you're looking for all the ways to get with us, you go over to frogpants.com/TMS.
Yes. All the ways to get with us.
You got to get with our friends. By the way, that video that dude put on Twitter today was amazing.
The Slipknot Spice Girls mashup. That was great.
You might at some point have to play that. I'm just saying. Might have to be on the show. It was very good.
All right. Well, it's only a minute long. We could just slip it into the show anytime.
Slip it in. Get it? Because Slipknot. Get it?
Slip it in.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean like wieners. I meant like Slipknot was the reference.
Right.
Hey, don't forget also to send us your emails, themorningstream@gmail.com. And like I mentioned Twitter earlier, we're easy to find there. Scott Johnson, Coverville, and Morning Stream. All right, that's it. Let's get out. Do you have song? You have song?
I have song. Megan wrote in and said, "Hi, Scoot and Boot. I'm writing to request a song to commemorate my dad's birthday. He's always been my best friend and one of the funniest people I know. He introduced me to podcasts, and talking about TMS with him is a high point of my day. Happiest of birthdays, Dad, and can I get a squeerini?"
Oh, you can. Can you get it quickly is the question. Yeah. Squeerini, yes. Oh, here we go. It's okay. Just hold on to your butts. I think I found it. Is this it?
Squeerini.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but that's great. Well done. All the best, signed Megan. So happy birthday to Megan's dad. Sorry about the tardiness of getting this request on, but it was a packed first half of the month, and so this is the first time I've had a chance to kind of go back to earlier in the month and make sure I get everything covered. This one's going out to Megan. She wanted to hear a cover of or by the Flaming Lips. Now, the Flaming Lips put out an album back in 2014 where they covered the entirety of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, but it was called With a Little Help from My Friends, Fwends. And on that album, they get help from like Tegan and Sarah and who else is on there? Well, I'm going to tell you who's on this track, and that'll help you. Miley Cyrus and Moby join them for this cover of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Here are the Flaming Lips featuring Miley Cyrus and Moby.
All right, enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Frog Pants Network. Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
You, your friends, and your Johnson.
I had no idea Moby and freaking Miley Cyrus ever did anything together.
I know, right? But it kind of makes sense, and they're both kind of trippy dippy hippies.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, are they both vegan too? They're both vegans.
They might be.
Yeah.
I mean,